Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here with Pandora and Caesar. They are going to be 8 months old at the end of the month, so they're still babies. That's why I still call them puppies, even though they're big. So they're good dogs, though. Overcast day today here at the homestead. Today is the 12th, I believe. Actually, I can just double check here so I don't say this wrong. Because if I do, yes, December 12th, Wednesday, 2018. Another overcast day. Imagine that. Warmer today, though. Not too bad. But, all right. So the topic of today's video, earthquakes hit Tennessee. You had Decatur was the epicenter of a 4.4 earthquake. And then there was an aftershock afterwards. I think it was more towards Knoxville. And it was a 3.3. I actually got a call from a fellow YouTuber, Prepper Rabbit, who lives in that area. And he felt the 3.3. He goes, I was awake, and he goes, and it shook the house. He said I felt like I was on the ocean. So he told me that the last earthquake they had down in that area was like 1981. So that is interesting. So the earth is shaking in Tennessee today. So a lot of people reported, I think they said that about 5,100 people had reported feeling the earthquake. So yeah, that'll definitely wake you up in the morning, that's for sure. Especially in an area that you really don't normally get earthquakes. See, there's fault lines everywhere. I know that there's fault lines like through New York here as well. And but we haven't had, I can't ever remember there really being an earthquake. I know that we've had some up here, but not, I mean, where the area where I'm at, I don't ever remember experiencing an earthquake in my lifetime. So, but I know that they've had some up here in New York, but nothing, major. And 4.4 is not like a huge earthquake, but when you're not used to having an earthquake, it definitely, I'm sure it feels different. So I wanted to mention too, it's like two recent videos that I did that they demonetized. I asked for a review, and they said after manual review, they would not give it back. And one of them was on that wolf pack in Spain about the rapist that raped that woman. They did not give me that one back. And the other one, which I was actually really surprised at when I talked about white people, and it wasn't like I was bashing white people. So I guess, you can't be proud to be white, I guess. That's a bad thing. So they demonetized that. I asked for the review, and they did not give it back. So I was actually very, very surprised at that. But it's like, who knows with their censorship what is acceptable and what is not. It's amazing. That's all I can say about that. I truly find that amazing. So I put some more ashes this morning from the fireplace into the garden. And I'm just kind of like throwing it around. We just actually had bought a dozen eggs, and we get them locally. Until I get my own chickens going, I buy them locally from other people that have chickens, and so we'll throw the eggshells and everything right in the garden as well. So that'll help with the soil in the spring. But so as you can see, we still have snow on the ground. Actually, we had a little bit of snow last night, just a dusting. I had to come out this morning and clean off the solar panels again. So I was doing that. And what are you doing, crazy puppies? They're good companionship for each other. They really, truly are. So anyway, anybody else? I know I got another email, and I can't remember the name. It's a friend of Prepper Rabbits. And actually, I can tell you. Hold on a second, because he's on YouTube as well. So I wanna give him the right. Let's see, yard sale from. He's in East Tennessee. His name's Jason. He had also sent me a link to it. And actually, the earthquake too was right near one of the nuclear power plants. So Jason, thank you for also that information, and Prepper Rabbit, thank you for the information. So he goes by Yard Sale on YouTube. So, but those are guys that were right there that felt the earthquakes, and it was definitely, and being near a nuclear power plant, that makes it interesting, I think, as well. there's a lot of nuclear power plants around the U.S. and around the world, and you know, that's probably in an SHTF situation, like a worst case scenario, it's probably would have to be the biggest concern. What happens when those melt down? Because anything within a certain mile radius is going to be just toast for a long time. Thank goodness I don't have any very close to me. There is a nuclear power plant, Ginna Nuclear Power Plant, up on Lake Ontario, and so I know that they have that up there, and so, you know, it's that's kind of you know, a scary situation. I mean, it's like if that melts down, it's going to pollute that lake, and it's going to, that whole area in that, you know, around that power plant is going to be, you know, radioactive for a very long time. I mean, you look at Chernobyl. I mean, that place is a freaking ghost town, and the radiation levels are still very high in that area. Certain people have gone in there, you know, with suits on and stuff like that, to look at the area, you know, and it's a ghost town. I mean, it was, it's you know, that's the biggest thing. It's do not understand why we have not gone away from nuclear. Get rid of these nuclear power plants, and go more green, and go with solar panels, and, you know, go with wind turbines. Solar panels are more efficient in the long run, but you know, I mean, when I was out in Death Valley this year, and out in different parts of Arizona, and also in Nevada, you know, there's huge areas that would be perfect, absolutely perfect for setting up solar. And I mean, I'm talking a lot of solar. Now, when we were in California on the motorcycle tour this year, there was huge solar farms, and they were actually adding on to them. And I just thought that that's like the coolest thing. I mean, the more green we can go, the better. It really, truly is. The more green that we can do, we need to get more green, and have you know, a renewable source of energy like that. And you know, solar panels are definitely the way to go. I mean, if I'm, you know, getting, I mean, I'm not getting enough this time of year up here because of the weather and it being overcast. I mean, but I'm still bringing in power, and so it supplements what, you know, what we have. But you know, as time goes on, I will get this completely squared away the way I want it, and hopefully make it more efficient, and the solar panels will work better. I know that these panels here, I get way more power out of those because of the way they're sitting. And like I said, this one here is partly shaded because of those, so it affects that string of solar panels. So, and there they go running around again, crazy dogs. So anyway, I definitely want to hear you guys' feedback. Anybody that felt the earthquakes happening in Tennessee, please feel free to make a comment. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think of that? The fact that there's now, you know, an earthquake happening and hasn't happened since 1981 down there. And like I said, my source of that is Prepper Rabbit. So if that is wrong, blame him. Okay, don't blame me. I'm just the messenger. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope your work week is starting out okay. Getting Hanukkah just finished, I believe, and I know Christmas is coming up, obviously, and stuff like that. So, you know, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody is being safe. You know, spend within your limits as far as like presents and stuff like that. Don't put yourself into heavy debt. That's not the way to do it. Okay. Anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here for now. I hope everybody's doing well. Remember, we're all in this together. Got to keep plugging away at stuff and working at things, you know, and you'll be fine. Remember, you know, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember STD, guys. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. I don't know what they got now. Looks like a block of ice. It is, or snow. That's nice. Anyway, it's stay away from the negativity. That's the biggest thing. People that are negative, you don't want to be around them. You really, truly don't, because all they want to try to do is bring you down. We went to a dinner last night for Heather when she was part of a group this summer for St. John Fisher, and we were talking to some of the people. And there's was a young girl there that was, you know, one of her roommates. So she's obviously a senior as well. and not the best family situation. And so I sat down and I talked to her for a second, and I had said to her, I said, well, what colleges have you applied to? And she goes, well, I haven't done it yet. So I said to her, I said, okay, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. And she goes, okay. I said to her, who is the only person in life that's going to hold you back? And she looked at, and she pointed to herself and she said, me. I said, exactly. And I said, I want you to remember that. I said, you can do whatever you want to do. You can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. Because all these people that were invited to this program this summer were kids that were excelling academically. So these are all smart kids that, have this opportunity to, go to college and get an education. And, so I want to encourage anybody. And, she's a nice girl. And I hope that she does well. I really, truly do. So if I can inspire anybody, I try to. I really do. But the thing is, you always have to take a good, hard look at yourself. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to jump off here from now. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now. And I'll leave you with the crazy puppies over there.